at work today and I'm serving my tables, giving my love out to everybody who comes to eat lunch. And I saw somebody from my past who worked at my high school. He said, "Hey, I saw one of your videos on YouTube and I wanted to ask you, like, are you a dietitian or something?" I was like, "No, I'm not a dietitian. I do biology education, blah, blah, blah." And she was like, "I just got diagnosed with lactose intolerance and fructose intolerance and I don't know what to eat, and I tried to schedule a meeting with the dietitian, but they're booked for 3 months out." And me, I'm sitting in here, I'm like, my heart is breaking because I'm like, I don't believe in this confusion. I didn't say this was all in my head, but I'm like, I don't believe in this confusion. I don't believe in this struggle. So I hope that this lady happens to see this video, because this is like what our nutrition is. I feel like it could be so simple. This is what I did for myself years ago when I was struggling with insulin resistance, weight gain, acne, anxiety, and depression. 911 nutrition. I just focused on animal-based proteins, getting that in my diet early in the morning so that I could have a biochemical cascade that's full of nutrients throughout the entire day. So for the animal-based proteins, that's the only proteins and full amino acid profiles that we're going to find. What are the amino acids? The amino acids, our body is made of amino acids. The cell itself, I'm always with the cell picture, the cell is made of amino acids. These are code for light. This is interpreted by our biology, by the cell, and it allows a cell to produce light. Mitochondria, the powerhouse of the cell. Where is all this energy coming from? It's coming from food. So when we're eating like plant-based products, we're skipping out on some of our essential amino acids in its real high quality form. The reason why I'm a biased again, I'm going to talk about Dr. Mary Newport's work with Alzheimer's dementia, how important fatty acids are for the nervous system function, for the brain function, for our hormones, for every single cell membrane. There's a fat layer around every single cell. How important is it to get the full profile of these things while getting fats in the mix? It's so, so important. I do cook with like coconut oil too, so I'm getting a lot there. The reason why I'm biased towards animal-based proteins is because you're getting non-essential and conditional amino acids as well. Non-essential, okay, I don't need it. It's not essential. Conditional, I don't need it. It's not. Damn it, if there's a fire in the house, if there is a fire, we need the water. We need the sources in order to put out these flames, to put out this 911 signal. The body, if you're struggling with something, you have a 911 signal going off. That means you need all the resources that you could possibly get. Some of these too are very, these like build off of one another. So non-essential and conditional, these we look at as like necessary in terms of illness or hormone regulation. So yeah, you might consider it non-essential, okay? The sunlight, yeah, like if I don't go out in the sun, I'm not gonna die, right? But my vitamin D levels might dip so low, I might feel so dehydrated, my skin might start being flaky, I might start getting all these sorts of symptoms and issues, and I might say, oh, it's not essential, but it might be if you are in a place where you're really struggling. So get those in. Phenylalanine, for instance, phenylalanine breaks down and it turns into dopamine. Phenylalanine will break down into tyrosine here. So if I could get all of this plus, I want to get that. And the amino acids, like the animal-based proteins, the best way to do that. Lactose intolerant, fructose intolerant. Both of those things involved with sugar. The cell breaks everything down, no matter what it is, carbohydrates, proteins, everything. It breaks it down into the smallest level possible for the cell to intake, and that would be glucose, sugar. So I have to focus on what foods are going to make sure that my sugar levels are not going like this throughout the day. Like, I need to make sure that I can keep my sugar levels as even as possible, because anytime I'm struggling with disease or struggling with my hormones, you can almost guarantee that my sugar levels are just out of whack, and my body, my immune system is putting in extra work to bring me back to this midline, right? So I'm eating my breakfast, and maybe I'm super stressed out as it is. Maybe my baseline stress level is right here when it could be right here. And so when I eat, or maybe when I go into the sunlight, my sugar levels, everything goes off, right? My stress response goes off. It's wild, right? Sensitivities. When I was stressed out last year, my stress level was up here instead of being normally how it is up here. I'd go out in the sun and I would have these flare-ups in my skin. It looked like somebody told me this. It was so embarrassing to me. I'll never forget it. Rachel, did somebody punch you in the eye? Because I had these red marks around my eye. I was so stressed and fatigued. And so we need to figure out, how can I feed the body to where I can keep my baseline sugar levels as even as possible. One of the hacks too is apple cider vinegar. Apple cider vinegar with those healthy bacteria to help cut the glucose spike, shown to cut the glucose spike by 30% for any meal that you're digesting, is a great go-to if you are struggling, right? And then the animal-based proteins, our sugar levels might go up, but they end up coming back down pretty evenly in a shorter period of time than if we're eating like a bunch of carbohydrates, right? So it's kind of like an investment. And yeah, I'm just biased because over the years, like the animal-based proteins like saved my life several times, has helped my skin health so much. And when I'm looking at this, I'm looking at feeding my immune system. Again, these amino acids, like, I'm not joking with you. Like, there is no joke. The body is made of these amino acids. What is the reason? Like, why do we eat food? Do we only eat for pleasure? I eat for pleasure all the time. I love food. If you ask anybody that knows me, I love food. Put a warm, hot fudge brownie in front of me, I'm going to enjoy it like nobody's business. I'm not going to have one single negative thought about this is bad for me, I shouldn't be eating this. Why? Because your mentality is one of the largest sugar regulators of your body. If you are eating every single meal, you could be having the best diet in the world, full amino acid profiles, right? But if in my mentality, I'm like, this is bad for me, I'm going to gain weight, I'm going to blah, 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 blah. That's not you. That's not you. That's not the core of who you are. Who you are as an individual is so, so calm. You are so sure in your knowing that everything that you do for your body is for your highest health. So, and the lady, I just remember her, she kept telling me, and I was like, I'm not a dietitian. And usually when I say that, people are like, oh, blah, blah, blah. I tell them I do health education. People don't understand that the body, like, diet in the body, like, our food becomes the body, and the timing at which you eat this is so, so important. So, she just kept saying, yeah, I'm fructose and lactose intolerant, and it's so hard to find foods that nourish me, that I can eat, that it doesn't bother me and disturb me. And I just said, I'm like, look into the carnivore diet. Look into a diet, that's high in amino acids, high nutrition, Think about that dollar amount too. When I'm eating an egg, which is the world's best multivitamin ever. Mama Nature, oh my God, she didn't play around when she created the egg. She didn't mess around. She said, let me give these humans one of the best things on the earth, one of the best things for the brain, for the heart, for the kidneys, for the lungs. Let me give it to them. When you eat that, you put your body in a sense of peace. When you give your body that, it's like your body cannot help but take this deep sigh, this deep breath. And then two, I'm keeping my sugar levels stable, right? Like, I don't want to be all over the place. I want to feed and hydrate my body. And then I want to be calm and knowing that all of this is helping me to recover and build and be loving in a peaceful state. Like, that's what happens when we eat. You're making love to your body. How beautiful is that? How gorgeous are you? Look at this cell picture once more. Like, all of the amino and the fatty acids, they create the cell, right? One of the biggest things why I eat a lot of ground beef, one of the biggest reasons, lysine and methionine, those essential amino acids I just showed you. Second step of the electron transport chain. Mitochondria, they're starving. Your mitochondria, your brain, your liver, your kidneys, these large energy organs of the body, your skin, the immune system. The skin is the largest organ for the immune system. It's starving. So we need to get these essential amino acids. And where do you get them from? You don't have to struggle. You can struggle. You can struggle. I don't want you to struggle. It makes me sad. It makes me really sad. You don't have to be in the dark. You can step into the light and give your body the basic essentials, and then focus on your spiritual metabolism. How am I helping my body digest this food? Am I slowing down beforehand? Giving my body like a calm moment before I'm eating. In Robert Sapolsky's book, Why Zebras Don't Get Ulcers, it's all about the stress response. When we're stuck in this stressful state, stressful side of the nervous system, we shut down our digestive system, right? So we're depleting our stomach acid, right? The stomach acid, function of the stomach acid is to digest all this food. So again, going back to the apple cider vinegar, how can this help us? And even going to the other side of the pH level, a teaspoon of baking soda in a cup of water has been shown to be like incredible for people. People use it for when they have acid reflux or heartburn. A lot of the people use it to help them balance out, you know. And then you're the most powerful biochemist. Those pH levels, right, all controlled by your respiratory rate, all controlled by the breath. So when you decide, you're like, oh, I'm about to eat a meal, I'm about to slow down in the morning before I go to sleep at night, before I eat a meal, I'm slowing down my brainwave states. I'm slowing down my respiratory rate so that my body can be in a better place to digest the food. Again, you can do all the right things in the world, but if you can't slow down and sit inside yourself for a minute to help this digestion, to help your biochemistry, like, you're just going to stay in that speed racer frequency. The speed racer frequency, when you're struggling with your lactose, with your fructose, with anything, you're in the speed racer frequency, the beta wave, the high beta wave. This is high cortisol, high inflammation, high I'm stressed, high I wake up, I'm tired, high I never catch a break. There's not enough time in the day. You're in the speed racer frequency, but you need to get down in this little nice and easy delta wave frequency, the theta wave frequency, and you can do this through your breathing rate. For the next 5 minutes, I'm going to set my timer on my phone. For the next 5 minutes, I'm just going to take the deepest breath in and let it slowly come out. You're so beautiful. You're a biochemist. My phone is saying it's getting really dark outside. My phone is saying more light required. More light always required. Always more light required. We can always use the lights. Don't forget your amino and fatty acids. Look into Dr. Mary Newport. Look into Dr. Gabrielle Lyon, who is a geriatric physician who teaches people about longevity and the importance of a protein diet for healing chronic disease states. Look into these people. They're beautiful. They're doing beautiful work. Why Zebras Don't Get Ulcers by Robert Sapolsky, for those who like reading. And yeah, I just wish you the best of luck. I love you so much. You can like, share, and subscribe if you found this helpful. I hope that you did. And may you always be blessed with the clarity to know what is and what isn't meant for you. May you always be blessed with your inner guidance. Your inner intuition is always speaking to you if you feel fearful about doing things. You know, your intuition, your immune system, it doesn't want you to be afraid. Like I said earlier, your natural state is calm and at peace, in perfect harmony, at a perfect blood sugar level, perfect oxygen level. That's you. That's you. You're perfect. So anyway, I gotta go. I love you so much, and I will catch you later.